Hi, my name is Scott Lawan. I'm an applications developer with the University of Minnesota Libraries. Just want to share some information regarding our update to our digital collections platform, UMedia. Uh, Some background. We've been working on relaunching a new version of UMedia here for in fits and starts, honestly, for over a year. It's been challenging for a variety of reasons that you're all probably familiar with. But anyways, the current version of UMedia that is currently running is a bespoke Rails application, and as you probably understand, can be challenging to maintain. It's also going on about 7 years at this point, so there are a lot of kind of user updates that it could benefit from. Currently, UMedia is nearly 3 million pages across a quarter million digitized objects, which span nearly 600 collections. And the content management system that we're using before it gets stuffed into Solar is Content DM. Whoops, that's not right. Viewers, that's what I want to talk about. We're utilizing IIIF for all of our non-AV materials. Our on initial launch, the viewer that we're using is Universal Viewer. In the future, we've talked about potentially adding the option of additional viewers, such as Mirador, depending on if users might want to use annotations or create them or not. For our AV materials, we're using Cultura and their viewer, and this is just a university supported asset management system. We decided to stick with Cultura for our AV objects just because it currently saves storage costs, and that's kind of mainly the main reason for that. However, one thing of note is that we are generating IIIF manifests for our AV objects. So regardless of the viewer, every item in our collection has IIIF support. Uh, what? Another thing we've been working on and we've been trying to implement is working with harmful content. Our head of digital library services has been performing a lot of research on this front. She's found that the majority of users tend to prefer a prominent object level warning before viewing the object. This gives them an opportunity to think about whether or not to engage with the material, and they can either prepare themselves or just navigate away. Programmatically on that end, we have designed a workflow where the item is flagged as needing a notice in Content DM. When the user views the item page, the IIIF manifest is generated with the content notice inserted as the first image. Oops, sorry, I keep skipping around. And the next thing I like to talk about is metadata support. Um, we have a free text local subject field. It's important for archival material specifically because it allows for direct carryover from our finding aids. However, we've been thinking that it is also really important for stakeholders to have a more controlled vocabulary field as an additional access point. So we've been working with our metadata librarian to begin adding fast subjects to all of our collections. For those not familiar, fast is just controlled OCLC vocabulary. But because the fast terms may change, we've implementing just fetching these terms from OCLC. This happens asynchronously. We're not totally finalized on how we're managing that and caching, and performance, but the fetching it asynchronously has been working currently in development. So the local subjects are there, but fast is an additional layer of control, which is giving more collation and aggregation for users to consider when these terms are faceted together. And another customization related to vocabulary is we're using Getty's Arts and Architecture Thesaurus for our formats field. We're getting those definitions through Getty's API as well. That's all happening asynchronously and it's happening live. And the idea behind that really was just to provide additional information about obscure terms like albumin prints to users, just as kind of another layer of just being friendly to our users. The status currently is still in development. We are really hoping to launch sometime in 2026. You can visit our GitHub. We have a public development site. If you all go to it at once, it's not requisite correctly, so it might crash. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me and would love to uh, answer them. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you very much.